The midday moments. I'm on my lunch break. I'm on my lunch break. I'm on my quick break here for the day, just for the midday moment. So I got a new song for y'all, and oh, okay, I see that. I have a new song for y'all. My sister sent me this song. Now, sometimes I'm late to the party, okay? And so y'all might already have this, but I'm new. I'm new. I'm new to the party. I'm late. We won't say late because everything's happening in divine order. I'm new to the party. And so my sister sent me this song, Blessings Here. I think it's Blessings Here. Fine. Blessings Here. I think that's what it's called, and I absolutely love it. It's been blessing me like all week. So I'm gonna play it for you, okay? All right, happy midday moment to all of my replay people. I heart you. To the live people who are joining us, I heart you. If it's your first time joining, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. Welcome to the midday moment. Let me play this song and then I'll chat a little more, finish our lunch break, and we'll be on with the rest of our day. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Bada, 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 bing.
Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared, and I am grateful that I made it here. Blessings gonna find me here, oh yeah. Favor gonna find me here, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss say money gonna find me here. Blessings gonna find me here, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Round and round, these seasons I've been facing, but this year, your blessings I'm embracing. Hey, healing have to come my way. Blessings have to come my way. Winning, we winning, and we here to stay. Is the blessings me say will find me here? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if favor gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell them the money gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Tell them me claim it. All of my blessings, me name it. With faith, me I go own it. Nothing shall get home it. Speak life, it is a new day. All things in my past, yeah. Welcome to the new year. Me step out in faith and no fear. Blessings go find me, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if ever gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Money gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh na 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 na.
Oh my God, I just love this song. Oh my goodness. I enjoy that song. Okay, good. All right. So I just the lyrics are just amazing. I have really just been blessed by that song. So I thought I'd share it with you. All right. Well, welcome to the midday moment. I'm your host, Dr. Vita Jones. I am the assistant spiritual leader of today's church headquarters here in Tampa Bay. So headquarters. And we have locations all throughout the United States and beyond. So we have members virtually, in person, virtually, national and international. You don't have to be local to be a member. And so Google us, Today's Church. Actually, I think it's today, the title there when you Google Today's Church Tampa Bay. It is my pleasure to serve locally and nationally. Newly consecrated bishop serving under the Church of the Everlasting Kingdom. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored to be able to do this work. I know I'm smiling. I know it's a big lift. It's a big work, but it's my joy. I'm passionate about ministry. My siblings used to tease me when we were kids, and my dad as well, because we got spankings, y'all. Okay, and and I was so spiritual about my spankings, and I'd be saying thank you God and all kinds of things during the whole spanking process. And my dad is like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "I'm thanking God that that's over with." I have gratitude. I'm thanking God that that part of this experience is done and over with. So I've just always been extremely sensitive to the spiritual experience. And so now to serve along with Dr. Jabbar R. Pulley in today's church and nationally as a bishop with Church of the Everlasting Kingdom, my great pleasure. All right, so the midday moment. I do the midday moment because a part of my calling is to live out loud, to speak out loud about life and how we live, how we overcome. How do we get a chance to live life and that more abundantly? And so there is a certain way that I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose. I don't ignore my questions, I explore them. Whatever challenge I have, I'm leaning into it. I'm taking responsibility to say, okay, why is this here? What is my soul calling for that brought this in here to me? What education is my soul looking for? Because this situation, every situation is bringing me some type of education and revelation. And so, what education and what revelation is this situation bringing to me? Every situation, and I do mean every. And I know that's challenging, that's difficult because some of what we experience is just so heartfelt, and it's just, oh my goodness, it's just such a low sinking feeling. And yet, in the midst of that low sinking feeling, there is room for you to connect with the proper resources to lift up and say, okay, this is what this whole experience was showing me. So a certain way I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose. And I share that with you out loud. There's a certain way that I live my life so that I can live on purpose. I overcome on purpose and live on purpose. Live on purpose means that I plan to have more peace in my body, more harmony in my relationships, and more honey in my money, more peace in my body, more ease than dis-ease, more harmony than chaos, and more wealth than the absence of it, or at least the appearance of the absence of it. And so, as I seek to, and as I accept, embrace, and evolve and grow in what it means to live on purpose, more health, more harmony, and more wealth for all that my soul's purpose, all that my life's purpose requires, I share it with you out loud. So you can do the same thing. Number three, there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can live out my purpose. I believe that each of us come into this earthly experience with different gifts, talents, and sensitivity so we can answer the question, why am I here? So overcome on purpose, live on purpose, live out purpose. All right, I don't do this by myself. I do this in the company of others. And so one of my primary company keepers is the Daily Download, taught by Dr. Gerard R. Pulley, as I mentioned before. It's on every morning, Facebook Live. 6:30 in the morning. Most of it is live. I think Saturday is a reload, upload, or something like that. I think it's a reload. And then Sunday is live again. And so I call it the master class. And in this season, what I've been doing is just coming and sharing how I've experienced that master class. And we're supporting that master class uniquely because we're in the presence of, yes, we are presently supporting the publication of the Kingdom Study Bible, meaning you'll get a chance to be able to read the Bible for life application. You'll be able to read what we call all of the kingdom foundations, the kingdom perfection, which is love. I know sometimes it does seem like the Bible is a love book. I know it does. It really does sometimes. But from Genesis to Revelation, and even as we experience life now, you can see, we give you the opportunity to study the consistency of kingdom perfection, which is love, the our human growth and consciousness of love. You get a chance to study the kingdom principles, which are divinity, all the divine principles that you might hear us refer to from time to time. The kingdom practices, because they bring us balance. They bring us balance. They allow us to be balanced. You can't stand unless you balance. Got to be balanced. And so all of our kingdom practices help us to stay balanced. Why do we do meditations? Why do we do meditations? Why do we do readings? Why do we do singing? Why do we do all that? So all of those things are our practices that bring us balance. And the kingdom promise, which brings us the prosperity. That's what I was referring to earlier, the prosperity of my health, prosperity of harmony in my relationships, and prosperity in terms of supply and resources. Okay. All right. So those are some of the foundations of the midday moment. So are we today? We are in St. John chapter 17. So I'll be very brief and then I'm going to go about and finish up my day. I got 1 o'clock coming up. Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all. Blessings. Minister Trey. It's so good to see you. Hi, Elaine. I heart you. Nzinga, I heart you. I heart each and every one of you. So good to see y'all. Hugs and kisses. Those are my live people. Same to you, replay people. There you go. All right. Okay, so John 17, the key verse today in John 17 is, and for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also may be sanctified through the truth. This is a really, really, really interesting verse. And so you certainly can go back and read the whole chapter 17. So in this morning's session, we were reminded of the way in which those of us who are students of this theology called kingdom, there's a particular way that we see salvation, the process of salvation. And so growing up in traditional church is just a one time kind of like, I'm saved. I got saved. And so what we do is we actually work with the fact that we were saved. I woke up and I was looking for, I had some other notes. Oh, where are my other notes? I had some other notes. Okay. Maybe that's for another time. That's fine. I'll say that for another time. So we work with the fact that we woke up. We woke up to Christ consciousness. So I was saved. I woke up. I was saved. I woke up. We also work with the fact that we are being saved. When I do my spiritual practice, my spiritual practice says, my soul is being saved. My soul is evolving. I'm getting better and better with what I think, what I feel, how I feel, and how I act out all those feelings and different thoughts. I'm getting better at that. I'm getting healthier and healthier. I'm getting saved. I'm being saved. And I will be saved. That there's going to come a time when I retire this body and I am saved. Okay, so I will be. So we were reminded of those foundations this morning. And then he took us into this other part that takes us right back to this scripture. That there are times when he gave us three, that God sanctifies us, that God calls us out, sets us apart. God sanctifies us. Whether you're sanctified and called out based on your talents, your skills, the type of work that you do, the way in which you've been just kind of designed and made. You've already been sanctified. Before you got here, you were sanctified and sanctioned. You've been sanctioned by God to be who you are and do what you do. You have been sanctified. You have been sanctioned, period. That's what you have been, okay? That's God. Nobody can take that away from you. You can believe it or not believe it. And most of our challenges because we don't believe it. But you have been sanctioned by God, okay? And so that was the one reminder we got this morning, or teaching we got. You've been sanctified and you've been sanctioned. Number two, we sanctify ourselves. We sanctify ourselves. We have it within us. We can sanctify ourselves. We can set ourselves apart. We can set ourselves apart to kind of do what we need to do. We can sanctify our hearts, get away, release old thinking, dirty thinking, stinking thinking. That's sanctification of self. I'm no longer thinking that. I'm not thinking that. No. No, I'm not accepting that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sanctifying myself from that. I'm not doing that just because it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me, so I'm no longer doing it. I'm sanctifying myself from that. I'm separating myself from that. I'm sanctioning myself that I don't have to do that because it doesn't give me the highest and best outcomes. And as we do our practices, our spiritual practices, the journaling, the prayer, the meditation, the walking, the movement, the stillness, the breathing, all of these things that we do it so that we can sanctify ourselves for our good work. God has already sanctioned us for the work. Now you must sanctify and sanction yourself. You must have a conversation with yourself so that you can do what you've been called to do. You got to have a conversation with yourself. You have to put self in check. You have to love on self. You have to walk self through. That's your job to do that part. You got to roll in it too. And then number three, and this is where I was so really just kind of touched today, because today we heard that God sanctifies you. You must sanctify you. And then number three, there are sanctifications, or a sanctification that we might sometimes do on behalf of or for others. That it doesn't bother me, but because I know it causes perhaps too much confusion. It just it just tempts people into confusion. It tempts people into confusion, tempts people into, they're not so, highest and best self. I'm going to do it because I can handle it. But people around me can't handle it. I can, but they can't. So I'm going to sanctify, and I'm going to postpone. I'm not going to do this over here because I'm not the highest and the best. So I can handle it. It's got me thinking. This is a good example. So my daughter, she's 18. She's got her license and everything, but still learning how to drive. And I find myself that when I'm driving, I find myself sanctifying my driving on her behalf. And it normally goes something like this. Ooh, let me be a better role model today. I'm going to slow down a little bit so that you can see how a person can take their time. And not even when it's not all about driving past the speed limit, but driving, decently, and not, because when you are perfected, when you are driving, you've been driving for a long time, you just do stuff. It's not about safe, it's just do stuff. Your judgment is sharper. Your judgment is sharper. You look quick. But because she's in the car, I'm taking my time and I'm talking through things with her. Now, see, it's raining, so it's good to slow down extra when it's raining. I'm sanctifying my driving for her so I can be a better role model. Okay. Um, okay, when you do this right here, it's good to just take your time. Take your time and look real good. You don't have to rush out in the traffic. Take your time. My judgment might be a little quicker because I've been driving longer, but you just learning how to drive. So let me show you. Take your time. You got to clear those blind spots real good. I'm sanctifying my driving. I see you laughing at me, Henzinger. I'm sanctifying my driving. Sanctifying my driving for her. I can handle it. I can come to this stop sign and, within 5 seconds, I know I can make it. She might need 10. She just started driving. So I'm sanctifying my driving and taking the extra 10 seconds to help model for her. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right. All right, y'all. I gotta go. This was so good. So, so, so good. I have been saved, I'm being saved, and I will be saved. God sanctifies me, sanctioned me already. I'm sanctifying myself through my practices. And sometimes I sanctify things so that I can support those who are around me. All right. Good teaching today. I love y'all. I love y'all. Being a good example. Yes. I love y'all. Listen, y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and close out. No, no, I'm not going to do that, because then I got to click around and all that. I'm not going to do that. Anyways, I love you. I bless you. Let me know how you like my new song. If you'd like to hear it more, you're probably going to hear it a little more anyways. But just let me know, because depending on what you say, maybe we'll only hear it a little bit more instead of a lot more. All right? I love you all. Take care. Yes, that you got it, Nzinga. God bless you, and God be you.